have this vague idea for a finance app that I want to explore where we help people identify how they can go from getting out of debt to investing their money. It's quite vague, so I'm open to pushback and exploring other ideas. But essentially, the idea is coming up with something that I'm calling your surplus amount. Say you take your annual income, typically the recommended amount that you are saving for retirement is about 15%. I'm calling that the surplus amount. So if you are someone looking to get out of debt and invest money, then let's call X amount this surplus amount. We'll estimate that to be at first about 15% of someone's income, but they can move that amount up or down. I want to help show them if you put in your annual income, put in information about your debts, how you can take the surplus amount, again, default 15%, use that to compile on your debts and pay off in an efficient manner. But then, as soon as that's done, without changing anything, shift all of that money over to investments. What I want to happen is to have a landing page where they could quickly put in just a few numbers to kind of paint this vision, but then be able to continue on in filling out more low-level details such as specific debts, specific interest rates, etc., as well as things like perhaps even a portfolio that they would invest in. So again, we would utilize, if I'm picturing the landing page, we might at first have an entry for them to put in their annual income. This would then take 15% of that as that surplus amount. Then they would put in their, let's say, an estimate of their overall debt. This would be all debt added together. We could have some sort of very rough estimate of what an average interest rate would be, just to kind of wet the whistle and get some sort of numbers going here. Paint the vision then as if they not just snowballed, but avalanche that money towards their debt, how long it would take to pay off, and then what they could see after they've crossed the threshold of paying it all off. If all of that surplus was put towards investments, what it would look like in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, etc. So help me think through this. I'm really wanting this to be something to where they can get started very quickly, really from what looks like a marketing site or landing page sort of place, but then they dive in deeper into a web app later to manage their numbers. This would then save to their profile, assuming they log in eventually, and then they can update these numbers over time to explore more things. My chat disappeared in YouTube, and I'm actually a bit unsure of how to get it back. Okay, question 1. Yes, V1 product spec, but I do want to get right into building the landing page. Question 2. Okay, yeah, question 2. I am leaning more towards the pivot moment visualizer. I like that term, pivot moment, also. Question 3, the surplus is just an estimate, but we'll start with their gross income. And yes, it would include the minimum payments that they are already making. Question 4, eventual monetization, but that's not what we're focusing on right now. Question 5, the stack will be TanStack start, electric SQL, TanStack DB. We'll want PNPM version 11 managed through Mise, that's M-I-S-E. Ensure you set the minimum release age on PNPM to 72 hours. And we want to be sure to use Node version 26 or higher so that we can use the native temporal types. I also want to use Drizzle. I typically use Prisma on projects, but I want to use this to try out Drizzle. Okay, I said this stream wasn't really talking, but I'll go ahead and narrate some of this, which is I'm using Matt Pocock's skills right now to do wayfinding and just kind of explore a financial app that I've had in my head. Not sure how much coding I'll get to today. I'm really kind of exploring the idea, and we'll kind of see where this goes. Hey there, Gbyte. Not sure when you sent this chat in, but I'm kind of working on a financial app that I have an idea for kind of combining a very simple way to visualize how someone could go from getting out of debt to like compounding that money through investments. So again, I just said this a moment ago, but I'm using Matt Pocock's skills. He has a newish wayfinding skill that's kind of like a bit higher level than even the grow with docs skill. So I'm using that to explore the idea right now. Okay, question 1A sounds good. Thanks, G-Byte. Yes, question 2 sounds good. Question 4 sounds good. Question 5, Finero's just the project name. Not sure what I'm going to name this later on. That's just a working name for now. I agree with this. And let's focus more in on the landing page concept for now. I know I'm going back and forth on that, but let's focus more in on the landing page so we can get to a deliverable. One thing of note, I do want to really highlight on the landing page Jeremy Siegel's famous graph, which shows the growth of stocks over a 220-year period, and that it is better than any other asset class. I can provide that image if you can't get it. By the way, if you're not familiar with them, these are the skills I'm using. Uh, if you're into TypeScript coding or Vibe coding, you've probably heard of this guy, but his name is Matt Pocock, and he has these really awesome skills that you can install as a Claude Code plugin or really use in any tool, Codex, Grok, anything. And he has kind of a sequence of skills to use. Typically, it's growth docs, then to spec, then to tickets, and then implement. He's added another one recently in front of that called Wayfinder, which is what I'm using now to kind of explore this idea. But if you haven't heard of him, check out Matt Pocock and his skills. He's always putting up new videos on them, so check that out. I'm using Fable to start out this wayfinding. I might switch down to Opus a bit later, but starting with Fable here, throwing everything at it. Can't tell if I'm still waiting or not. Hey there, Sulek. It has been too long since I've uploaded, huh? I'll try to post a bit more. I moved into a new office in January, which I know is a long time ago, but I haven't quite gotten set up since then. Okay, I can't tell if I'm stuck. Ooh, if I want to use the weight productively, we could start the pivot moment chart prototype. It's unblocked. Should I start that prototype in a different agent or thread, or do it right here? Sulek, what's your favorite video that I've uploaded? I'm curious. Okay, so this is interesting. So just literally yesterday, Claude Code announced the ability for agents to send messages to each other, which could be super cool in this use case. I wonder if I can do that here. Send a message to the pivot agent for starting the pivot moment chart prototype. Use the proper Matt Pocock skills. Okay, we're gonna see if this works, sending agent to agent message here. I've never done this. Hopefully my Claude Auto updated. Hey Sulek, so yes, TanStackDB, that's honestly my favorite video as well. And I am using TanStackDB in production. We have an internal project management tool app that we use at my company, Stoke Studio, and it's all written in TanStackDB, nearly all written in TanStackDB and Electric SQL, and it is awesome. We've had it in Electric SQL and TanStackDB since the beginning of the year, or maybe since the end of the last year, so probably about 9 months or so, and it has been fantastic. I absolutely love it. I do want to do more videos on that because it really is a joy to work with. Okay, agent to agent messages worked. That's super cool. That's the first time I've done that. Have not used TanStackDB in a production app with more than 5 users before. I think it would still work. TanStackDB, though, like that's a secret weapon that I think a lot of people don't know about. One of the coolest things about it that we've done is DB is very different than Electric SQL. DB is kind of like the client side of how you can use Electric SQL in the browser. And what's cool about it is you can combine not only electric collections, so like live updating data and collections from your Postgres instance, but you can combine that with other types of collections, such as TanStack query collections. So for instance, if we want to display data that live updates all the time, but say you also need to load up user profile photos, oftentimes you might have user profile photos that need, like, say, a signed URL from S3 or whatever bucket you're using, and those get cached and need to refresh themselves over time. And so we're using a function in this tool to be able to combine like live uploading data, but then when we're loading users, we're like merging that or joining that with a TanStack query collection that caches it every few hours. And so we're able to generate those signed URLs via the server and not persist those in Postgres, which would be weird. So it's very, very powerful. Highly recommended. There needs to be more videos on it. You are correct. Okay. I've been in La La Land. What are we doing here? Okay. Blended. Okay, so we're proceeding down this path. The title of this stream is no talking, but I'm talking. That's okay. Let's see. Okay, so the user is going to put in their annual income. That's their gross income. Putting in a debt amount. We're using a blended debt. Awesome, sounds good. It went and did a bunch of research on that. Investment return. Okay, awesome. Okay, basically I want to continue. Okay, I'm starting in on the pivot session. What's next here? Okay, let's open up. I want to see what it's written for the context file. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so it's kind of interesting here. It's been talking about a pivot moment, and it's not exactly what I was thinking at first, but I kind of like Claude's definition of this better here. Oh, we're doing something. Ah, okay. Interesting. Okay, so it is making a prototype here and showing us live. Ooh, I like this sentence form. I really like the okay, so it mentioned a pivot moment earlier, and I thought it was talking about a like mental pivot moment, like an epiphany. But it's talking about the moment in which your debt payoff turns into investments, and that's even better. That's way better than what I was thinking. The chart got smaller. I like the first one. Oh, okay. Oh, whoa. Uh-huh. So, a little narration while Claude... Oh, hold on just a second. Yes, you can commit the context to main. That is fine. This is a brand new project, so working off the main branch is totally fine. One note about using Electric and even Postgres. We'll want to use Docker Compose to manage these, and also Caddy, C-A-D-D-Y, for HTTPS, since we need that to have multiple streams of Electric SQL to the browser. Okay, so let's see what it's doing here. I have a couple different things. It has created this artifact and prototype. Let me push this over. Okay, it says open it, flip the variants, play with it. All three are the same. Okay, so I'm thinking more landing page right now than the actual web app portion. And for that, I really do like this hero variant quite a bit. The rest just kind of look like a bit of a boring app. I like how clean the hero variant is. I also really like how it puts your own numbers in headline format, and it really kind of sells the message here. I even like the animation. This is really awesome. Okay, I like the hero format hands down. I love everything about it. I love the sentence-based hero. I love the visuals without the grid lines. I like the animation and the pivot moment. Hero, hero, hero. Okay, so now I'm kind of wondering what the prototype agent is going to do now that we've decided on the hero version. I don't know if my audio ducking is working correctly. Oh, how interesting. Okay, so the pivot agent over here was working on the prototype and it messaged Wayfinder back, which is super cool, like when it was done. Okay, that's okay, that's really, really cool. So one of the things that I've had to do quite a bit in all of the Matt Pocock skills is, and he preaches this ad nauseum, which is clearing your context, starting new threads, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And now that you can message agent to agent, now you could like have one kind of supervisor, for lack of a better term, going and messaging all of these other kind of worker agents that you're doing. That's really cool. Okay, so I'm going to start another tab here, and we're going to name this narrative. Okay, send a message to the narrative agent. To start in on that, use the Matt Pocock skills as necessary. Okay, I'm curious for those watching live, who has used the Matt Pocock skills before? Yes or no? Awesome, Sulek. Yeah, 1.2 will be interesting. The latest new skill I've used is the wayfinding one. I haven't used anything newer than that. By the way, if y'all have been using his skills for a while, I highly, highly, highly recommend like deleting your manually installed ones and moving to the Claude Code plugin if you're using Claude Code. The primary reason is he has a skill called Code Review, and there's already a Claude Code skill called Code Review, and so those can be confused. I'm very curious as to why he's been adamant about keeping it Code Review, even when he himself uses Claude Code. But if you use the plugin, then that kind of masks the issue. It naturally scopes it to his version of Code Review. And even if you don't use his Code Review skill directly, his implement skill underneath the hood uses the Code Review skill. So anyway, moral of the story, if you're using Claude Code, delete the manual skills of his and install his plugin. Okay, we are getting around one questions here. So what does a first-time visitor see? Pre-filled and alive, but the first edit triggers the full drawn animation. Sure, that works great. Question 2. Okay, questions 1 and 2, I agree. Question 3, I want to lean away from saying you don't need new money. I think that's a nice concept for this, for people to get started, but part of the financial journey is also growing your income over time. So it's kind of a yes and no on that phrase. Let's just be cautious of it and consider alternatives. Question 4, I agree with your recommendation. Question 5, agree, no email capture in V1. Question 6, I agree, A. I agree with the rest. kind of want to like just get to something I can see and iterate on. So going with most of the recommendations so far. Another note for what I want to do over time is as the user uses this tool, I want this to be something they can come back to. So they might come back and update the progress on their debts. After any debt's paid off, they may come back to update the progress on their savings and investments. I call this like a personal balance sheet where, say, once every quarter you come in and put all of the balances of your accounts, be that savings accounts, investment accounts, credit cards, loans, etc. And if you do that quarterly check-in, then that can show you your progress along the way. So the system would need to enable capturing updates like that. I have the narrative going in the other agent. Should we start something in parallel to that or wait for that to finish? Don't start automatically. Just asking. I agree with everything here except question 12. The numbers won't be staying on device, at least not for long, so let's not bake that in. Okay, so I'm realizing that I'm running everything in Fable right now. I do want to get to the scaffolding. I could definitely run that in Opus. So let me do that here. Send the scaffolding work to the scaffold agent. Use Matt Pocock skills where necessary. I don't know if I need to keep saying that or not. Okay, so I have this scaffold agent named up here, and I'm using Opus for this. I do like using Fable here on the left for kind of what I'm calling my supervisor. I have kind of accidentally used Fable for the narrative here, but that's okay. We're writing something. Okay. Let's do that. Where are we here? Confirmed. It didn't catch the exclamation point in my voice there. Okay, I love this agent talking. I'm not sure how I've lived without this. How did we even live? Okay, so earlier it automatically talked back to the, I'll call it by its name down here, Wayfinder agent. It automatically talked back to the Wayfinder agent when it was done, which I didn't expect, but makes total sense. I'm very curious how the scaffolding goes because I'm using all common tools here, but there are definitely intricacies. Oh, I forgot to tell it that, okay. Also use auxlint and aux format. Auxlint and aux format all the way. Okay, so our scaffold agent is scaffolding. Our narrative agent says it has updated the map. Okay, inform the Wayfinder agent of where things landed. Not very specific. Okay, let's see just how good this scaffolding is going here. I'm very curious about this one. Okay, get ignore. caddy file. So if you've never used so caddy, let me back up. Caddy is a way to serve up HTTPS locally, and that's something that you need frequently for, excuse me, for Electric SQL, because there's some sort of constraint on localhost, or really even just concurrent HTTP connections. It's somewhere around 5 or 6 for the same, it's either domain or IP address, I'm not sure. But that places a hard constraint on Electric SQL, which needs quite a few open connections, as many open connections as you are streaming tables or shapes to your client. So you'll run into a weird issue of once you exceed like 5 or 6 shapes, you'll start noticing it becoming really sluggish in localhost. And that confused me a lot at first, but then they did clearly document it, but I just didn't see it. You do need to use caddy and HTTPS locally in order to get around that. Okay, we're building up caddy, Docker Compose. I think the new convention is just naming it compose.yaml. Okay, we are using Node 26 and PNPM version 11. In Node 26, the temporal types landed. Temporal is the much better approach to dates. Sulek, can code reviews scan the entire code base? That's funny. Probably not by default. I am impressed with this scaffolding. Okay, I don't think we need this artifact anymore. Okay, now I'm going to set up an agent to start our math engine semantics, and for that I'll use Opus. Can I start math in parallel to the scaffolding process? If so, send that on over to the math agent. The scaffolding agent's really having a fun time up here. Go with all recommendations here. Does anyone know if Drizzle has native support for temporal types? I'm kind of new to Drizzle. I've been a Prisma stan for a while. Does Drizzle have native support for temporal types? Continue with your recommendations. The latest version of Postgres stable is 18. Let's use that. Hey, Prince. Have we set up a definition for what a user's top level entity would be? I'm thinking something like workbook. This would be the top level entity that all of their details save up to. And in the future, they could share this workbook with a partner and invite them to collaborate on it. I freaking love the agent's agent talking. That is so, so awesome. Okay, send this info to the scaffold agent. I want to use the temporal custom types wherever we have any sort of timestamps or date times or dates. The one thing about the Matt Pocock skills that I haven't fully gotten into, why is my audio ducking not working? That I haven't fully gotten into is this whole ADR thing. I'm sure that that is really great in theory. I haven't seen it quite be worth it in practice, but we'll see. I tend to not write them. Send findings in progress back to the Wayfinder agent. Go ahead and write it to context. I'm pretty firm on workbook as the entity name. Okay, let's see how it's doing on these temporal types. optimize it doing polyfill. Okay, this is nice. This is what I expected. I really wish that I could do this in Prisma, because Prisma is awful at date times. It pretty much any date or time column, it brings it back as a JavaScript date, which is absolutely horrendous to work with, especially when we have a system in production where, for reasonable reason, some timestamps are local times and some are in UTC. And in Postgres, they're all typed accordingly, like they're all typed correctly. But when you pull them in via Prisma into JavaScript land, they're both dates. So date objects. So you can't tell the difference. And so morphing those into the data object that you need and keeping track of what's what is difficult. And temporal, I love the naming of temporal. Plain date time, plain date, plain time, instant. I love all of those namings. I haven't quite gotten used to the API yet. I'm still really used to Luxon's API. I really like Luxon's API. So I haven't programmed temporal's API into my brain yet. Check our code. The other agent pulled in a temporal polyfill types file. Is this really necessary in Node 26? Check live internet information. I don't think it is. Having one agent check another. Okay, I'll see you in this. Okay, we have a scaffolded app. It says scaffold is up. Awesome. Anonymous session. So this should be a BetterAuth anonymous session. By the way, if you've never used anonymous sessions in BetterAuth before, they're really, really cool. So for instance, in this app, I want people to really quick get started from the landing page, but then graduate into an actual account. And BetterAuth has really, really great APIs for that to be able to have anonymous sessions. And then I'm sure they have a great verb for this, but migrate or transform that into like a real authenticated account. And like it would maintain the same user ID so that if they created data while they were in that temporary account, then you could transfer that over. And then you could have some sort of process, be it background job or whatnot, to clean up any sort of data left over. Yes, I know, Mohammed. The title's no talking, but I've ended up talking. Sorry. You can mute me. I thought I wasn't going to talk, but I am. Why are we on TypeScript 5? Would this still be necessary if I was on TypeScript 7? Do we need to do anything else here or capture anything else before I clear you for the next task? Tell the scaffold agent, let's upgrade to TypeScript 7. First, though, check for me if TypeScript 7 is stable. I'm fairly certain it is, but want to confirm. send our deep mode data model work number 8 over to the data model agent. Okay, so I have a few new people here. If you're just joining, I'm building a finance app, and it's an app to help people quickly start in from a very high level at calculating debt payoff and then transitioning that money towards investments, helping kind of create a high level plan for that at first, but then later on being able to dive in more low level. I'm using Matt Pocock's skills first, like his newer Wayfinder skill over here on the left. And then I have several agents over on the right that I'm using literally this week. I think yesterday, Claude and Anthropic released the new feature of having agents be able to talk to each other, where you can have them send a message to each other. So I'm kind of working on this new workflow where I'm having one send work to another. So I have this one going on the scaffolding. It's a brand new app, Greenfield. It's done a pretty good job so far. I am about to start data modeling over here. And then this one's just kind of a verification agent I'm using to verify a few things. I think Pocock recently adjusted his skills to ask a whole bunch of questions at once, and I'm not sure I love that. For question one, I do want users to be able to have more than one workbook. For instance, if you have one for yourself and like if you're helping a family member, be able to have membership into more than one workbook. I understand your frustration with kind of what software development has turned into, Zeit. Um, Myself, I kind of get in different moods. Sometimes I feel like doing some hand coding and hand crafting, and I get super low level into the code. In fact, I still spend a ton of time doing diff reviews and very specific feedback to the agents a lot of times. But then sometimes I'm in a very high level mood of wanting to explore things from a very high level. And that's when I kind of reach for vibing a bit more. This app that I'm working on now is brand new. It's an idea that I've had in my head for a while, and it's still quite vague. And so I'm kind of purposefully thrashing and getting through decisions here because I want to take, if you're sculpting something, I want to take this giant piece of marble and like quickly get it down to a very, very rough shape of what I want. So that's why I'm exploring this right now, but I still get quite low level with the code. But I understand the frustration. I would like append only, but let's allow no more than one update per date. So the key for it would be like the det ID and date. Going with your recommendations for the rest. let me take a step back here. I don't want to overcomplicate things up front. So let's change directions here a bit. Instead of doing like append only updates to debts and accounts, for question 1, we store it as dollars. The rate is inferred, I think. I'll take all your recommendations here. This is great. Are we done with the scaffolding now? If so, send a quick summary back over to the Wayfinder agent. Yes to your recommendations for all these. send edge state work over to the edge state agent. Yes, commit the context updates to main. Send a summary of your progress here back over to the Wayfinder agent. muted my mic. Lovely. Send progress summary over to Wayfinder agent. Send number 12 schema work over to the schema agent. Alrighty, while this is going, I'm going to take a quick 3-minute break, and I will be right back. sure why the temporal types aren't loading into Z here. Haha, I fixed my temporal types. Commit just what you did here. The schema agent is doing its thing. While it's doing that, let's think a little bit about the debt balances table. Right now, it's specifically debt balances. In the future, I want to be able to track assets as well, such as savings accounts and investment accounts. Should we consider making that a bit more generic now, like an accounts concept, or keep it simple with debt balances for now? nose is running so bad. Oh, nice. It's starting to, or it is implementing temporal parsing on the client side as well. implement just the changes you made here. So I mentioned probably hour and a half ago that we do have a 10 stack DB and Electric SQL app in production. And I probably, when I integrated that, that was probably like half hand coded, half AI. And a lot of it was getting AI to form to the constraints that Electric SQL and 10 stack DB has, specifically around what I mentioned of you have to use HTTPS locally in order to get enough concurrent streams going, because you cannot have that many concurrent streams over HTTP, and a lot of other things. But I'm very impressed with what I have this building on Opus 5 right now, what Opus 5 is able to do and kind of what its knowledge set is so far. So there are a lot of intricacies around using Electric SQL that it's getting right. So I'm really pleasantly surprised about that. For instance, by the way, I have a whole video on Electric SQL and 10 stack DB. You should go watch that if you're at all curious, because it goes over a lot of the baseline fundamentals of it. But there's a lot of things that there's not a lot. There are certain things that you have to do in order to get it to function properly and to be able to use its power. One of those things is returning a Postgres level transaction ID with every sort of mutation. And the AI is getting that absolutely correct here. And it's made a nice helper function around this. It's creating server functions in 10 stack start that both use ZOD validation, that do authorization here, that have a nice database transaction around both the change that needs to be made and awaiting the proper transaction ID to send back to the client, which is what 10 stack DB uses on the client in order to catch its own, what's it called? My mind is blanking right now. Catch its own optimistic updates up. So anytime you make a change on the client in 10 stack DB land, it will utilize optimistic updates and store your changes locally in session. And then once this Postgres transaction ID comes back over the wire from Electric SQL, then it knows it can switch back to real data without even a blink. And it's getting a lot of these little intricacies right here. Ooh, in fact, let's see, on conflict update. Yeah, very impressive. Give me an overview, very briefly, of our plan so far of what the interaction is going to be on the landing page. What are we going to default with? What are we going to ask the user to input? And what's kind of the threshold they cross in order to flip from landing page to app? Do we have it written in the plan that when they cross over into the app, they can remain in anonymous mode until they opt into authenticating with a real account? Oh, okay, so this is super important. I was wrong earlier. Better auth, when the anonymous user transitions to a real account, it does actually delete the user ID, but it gives you a callback that you can use to go update foreign keys if you need to. I wonder if it missed updating the workspace user ID. Workbook. Oh, it removed that from workbook. Okay, that's fine. Everything's on workbook members now. That's good. Yes, go ahead and add it in. Okay, so we have sauteed here for 41 minutes. Send a very brief summary of where things stand now back over to the Wayfinder agent. have the janitor agent format all of the files in the repo. This will be a good point to do it before we move on to the build. We did just change the aux format rules. Yes, once you receive confirmation from janitor agent, then get the build agent going. Yes, set main upstream tracking. One second. If you're interested in finance at all, or deeply, this is the book. that this graph is based on that this agent is talking about now. So I'm going to see how this graph looks in this book to answer its question. I'm going to take a photo of it and send it to Claude. Don't make any changes now, just curious. I've never used effect, the TypeScript library, before. What would be a first appropriate use case for where and how we could integrate it in this app? I'm curious if anyone watching has ever used effect before. I've been a bit effect curious. So again, I'm testing out this agent-to-agent messaging thing, and it's brand new this week, and it could really change the game, I think, with how you build things. Like, there's already the sub-agents concept, but it's a bit harder to have visibility into that and to control it more. So this is a really interesting approach that we'll all have to like figure out how to best use. But in this case, I've created a builder 1, builder 2, and builder 3. And I have this main build agent going here, which at first it was just going to do all of the work in one. But I don't really want to sit here for an hour and a half while it does that serially. So I have yet another agent up here, which I'm calling planner, and I'm having it tell build agent to go split up its work where it can. But it can pick a point at which it starts delegating. So it's, as of right now, it's working on getting a baseline set. And let's see if we can see this in real time. Not quite yet, but it's working on getting a baseline set to where it could then hand off the delegation. I'm very curious to like start seeing these 3 different agents fill in and start splitting up the work between themselves. All right, folks. Well, we're getting to a very exciting point here. We have the landing page functional here. It's better than I could have anticipated, I think, at this point. And it really paints the picture that I was trying to paint in the original vision of this. But it has been 3.5 hours. I think I'm going to call it for today, even though we're getting to an exciting point here. It's about to delegate work to these three builders. I kind of want to see that start here, and then I'm going to call it for this stream today. Hope you enjoyed this. Here it goes. Okay, so for builder one, it's having it work on lots of charting right now. Anyway, very cool. All right, I'm going to call it for the day. Thank you for joining me in this. Hope you have enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I am actually hiring TypeScript developers. Check the description of this video. Have a great day, y'all.